Alright, hello guys, and welcome to the first episode on Good Company, finally in early access on Steam. So, for a quick start, I will go and create a profile with you guys here, and then I'll go and tune down the sound settings. I'll just fix everything for a start and post correct. So sorry if I'm screaming a little bit, but that will hopefully be fixed. But I just wanted to take the quick chance to this time actually create the whole profile with you guys together. So I think we'll go with Spacefish Limited again, because I just really like it. Let's see what we can make out of the logo real quick. I saw that shark. I kind of really like that as well. Let's see what we can do here. Orange looks pretty decent, in my opinion. And I really kind of like... how similar is this to the logo that I made in the public playtest? I'm honestly not quite sure. Good question. Alternatively, we could just go with the shark. Kind of fits the name a bit better. I really like that too. Or that. Let's I like the robot. Or the carrot. No, let's go with the robot. I really like that, and the background is totally fine as is. I think we could change the text color if we really wanted to, but do we? We could do the robot's color, just like that. Or we could change the robot color altogether. Potentially, right? Could we? So many options, so many choices. I really don't want to waste too much time, so let's go with that. I think that's a pretty solid start. So, other than that, I will kind of set this guy up as before. Companion. Companion is a pretty obvious one, because we did pre-order, obviously, so just gotta flex that meep on everybody to show the support and everything, you know. I really want to use that too. Maybe... No, I don't think we need any glasses. Could just do a little beard or something nice. Let's do it like that, shall we? I think like a little bit of a difference is kind of nice. Maybe like some sort of suit for a change or anything. Is the color predefined for these suits though? It does seem they are, right? Gloves. No gloves available yet. Okay. These boots are kind of interesting. I think we'd go with these boots. Those are pretty solid. Lower parts. Is he missing his ankles or something? There's something wrong right there, isn't there? I think that's pretty alright. Just like the upper parts, I would kind of like to change the color a bit, but it doesn't look like that's possible in this. This looks like a bit too much like a salesman as somebody to me, like, I don't know. Let's go with that. That's fine. Hair color I'm actually pretty satisfied with. Skin color... I'm a bit tanned, but I'm certainly not that tanned. Let's maybe go with that. That's fine. Oh, here. Clothes color. Nice. Let's see what we can do about that. Oh, it's changing up my hat as well, though. No, I want to keep the hat that color. Let's stay at that. And actually change the name before we forget about that. You all know what that name's going to be, don't you? Okay, there we go. That was like the first 4 minutes of us just configuring the character. Good stuff. So, master volume, there we go. So here, I can finally hear you guys as well. I don't have to scream all over the place to kind of hear myself. So that's pretty nice. Settings, I don't think there should be much of anything else. Like, you know, graphics and everything should be pretty well preset. And, oh, whoa, no. Yes. I mean, that's a quick sneak peek at the campaign for you guys, but I kind of asked in the comments before this, and I did promise to start with Freeplay, not the campaign, to not spoil it for you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoy yourselves with that. I think, well, I kind of pre-announced this, so like, this week I'm definitely going to do 3 episodes on Good Company, and afterwards I'm probably going to switch it to like a weekly schedule. I think it was every Thursday. So maybe once we get to the weekly schedule, I'll start to throw in some campaign episodes as well, because I definitely want to go and play that with you guys as well. But for the start, we'll just do the free play to not spoil it for those of you who just pre-ordered the game as well and who can't wait to play it just like me. So, free play, new game, let's get going, shall we? So, here we are. Everything looking pretty familiar, and there's Mr. Meep. Okay, awesome. So. Research spent. That's good. That's fine. Oh, nice. Look at that. Advanced workbenches. Precision workbenches. I'm not sure, like, I don't think... Maybe I never got this far? In free play for, like, you know... Maybe I just never got that far in free play for milestones? But maybe they were also not available? I think we in free play pretty much got this far. So there's definitely tons of stuff for us to explore and use and everything. So, let's start with simple stuff. Let me... Oh, nice. Cosmetics. Oh yeah, this is actually, wow, that's expensive. Okay, so this is like a pre-order feature as well. A golden fish fountain for 300 grand. Damn. Okay, we'll need to go very big and get stuff done to actually get that going. But for the start, let's have that tinker table. I mean, this corner setup is always kind of hard, right? Because if I put a shelf in the corner here, nobody will be able to access it anyway. So I guess I may as well do it like this. And then I'm just going to go and... I mean, honestly, this is like the one gripe I have with the corner shelf, is that while it looks good, like theoretically, it's kind of totally useless, because it's the same price as a small shelving rack. Well, the small shelving rack just has 2 more slots. Why would I ever not pick that? So yeah, I'm just going to go with these, because it gives me more flexibility and more ease and more peace of mind. So, I think for a start, we're just going to build some stuff ourselves, maybe. Let's just order some basics, because we are going to need all of those eventually anyways. And, let's see who's available for employees. Nobody. Okay, cool. So, looks like we're just going to go and build some batteries ourselves. You know, get crafting, get stuff sold, get some money made. And then, well... I clicked the wrong button. Oh, wow. I guess employees are more expensive now, because I used to pay like $7 a day for them in free play. Oh, not in free play, in the public playtest. That's like 20 now. So either there's like some new milestones that make them cheaper for me, which I don't see that being the case. Or, well, I mean, they're just expensive, which... I wouldn't mind, really. I would not mind that at all. So let's get Alberto here, shall we? Alberto. Yeah, let me stop crafting for a second, mate. And I'm just gonna do a connection without logistics point for 1 millisecond, pretty much. Oh, which does not work with the shelving racks. Okay. Let's get a recipe set up for this guy, shall we? So, you're gonna make these. Then we will need logistics, and those go here, those go there. Just sell some stuff real quick. Just for a start, oh yeah, you need to also be assigned to your workplace, so you please do that. Okay, so let's continue crafting for a second and just, make a bit of money, hopefully, eventually. We do need more employees, most definitely. I need a logistics point, and I need a bunch of employees. I don't want to go too quickly, though, because right now... Oh, no. Somebody cheap just got snacked off the market. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I just don't want to go too quick with hiring employees, because right now they're way more expensive than they used to be in the public playtest. So I'm not quite sure what like the whole implication is right now for well, for profitability. So I'm gonna just try for a start to snatch myself the cheaper employees off the market to kind of avoid just indebting myself crazily or anything. So, you know, just to have a chill start. So here we will need plastic parts, which I can just throw a bunch of these here, and yes, plastic, thanks. We will just do that for a second until we have some new cheap employees, and we can also sell off these batteries eventually. It's probably a good idea. But yeah, we'll just have a slow start, kind of try and get the cheapest employees off the market like you, Miss Bridget. And I think we can probably start having a logistics point here. So let's do... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that small shelf plate. Okay. I think I have an idea though. So this small shelf is just going to service... I mean, maybe these two, and then this one's going to get a separate one. So let me redo the connections then. So what we will do is that these chemicals go over here, and these electronic parts go over here as well. Now we will get them assigned like that, and then the outputs are going to go back into these shelves, and then they're going to be sold. So what the logistic points pretty much do for us, to everybody that's still new to this kind of stuff and hasn't seen my public playtest episodes, what the logistic points pretty much do for us is we have one separate worker who takes care of all of that. So we don't have the people at the assembly desks walking all the way back and forth between these platforms. They just go to their shelves, get their products, build their stuff, and put the stuff back into the shelves. So it just shortens the way they need to move, pretty much, and thus they produce more, thus making us more money. This is why you always kind of want to have these logistic points. And well, the issue with this logistic point is like it's one tile too short to cover everything, so I just kind of placed it up here so it can service this shelf as well, and then this shelf we're just going to destroy it, and this desk is going to use that shelf too. So now we've got all the inputs incoming, we've got the outputs all being sold out. Yes, perfect. Okay, awesome. And yeah, you need to actually go work on that thing though. Thank you very much. Awesome. So that is taken care of. Now let me stop crafting for a second and actually sell off some things. So placing all of this here. This is pretty much like once a week, I think. There is a truck coming, and that like gets all the stuff that you have on that pallet and sells it off for you. So deconstruct that. Now what we will need is another small shelving rack up here. These tiles, by the way, conflicting does not matter at all. Even if somebody stands here, people can still access that. So you don't have to worry about that when you're playing. But yeah, this was a mistake. Bye. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Now, employee. Hire employee. 18 a day. I will take you, good sir. Okay. And you will please, pretty please, work on that. We will actually need some logistics connections. We will need to put some plastic on this small shelving rack. That guy needs the plastic to produce simple cases, and then the simple cases go out again to the small shelving rack and are brought down here to be sold. Awesome. So you will take care of that. That's great. And I will kind of start looking into building our first few products. So what we will need for that is an assembly table, which we will plunk down right here instead of what I tried doing there before. We will also need a design desk to make our first few designs. And that's a good question where I want to put it. It's always kind of, well, this kind of becomes a space issue very quickly if you don't watch out what you're doing. So yes. Oh, this is actually pretty good. So I can place like a whole table right here, a small shelving rack in between, and then this design disk right here, and that works out pretty nicely. So let's create our first design, and that's obviously, what else could it be? A calculator. So let's take care of that then, shall we? This is new. I think that wasn't in public playtest, rather. Cases. So like, you can actually select what case you want now, and that determines how much space you have for your design. Nice. I like it. I love it. Awesome. Good stuff. I'm pretty sure that was not a feature in the public playtest, so that's really, really great. I really like that change. Well, if you guys don't know what I mean, you know, feel free to check out my episodes on the public playtest as well. But I'll try and explain it as good as possible right here. So, this is our blueprint. And basically what the space determines is these fields, I think. Which is interesting, because we have we've got 16 fields. So I'm guessing that better cases, you actually can unlock these slots as well, which is really nice. And it's got like some attributes, like how much heat it can actually transport away from the components and everything. So here is our expected features. So that's kind of what the market wants from us. And, well, affecting drawbacks is kind of, well, the more modules you put here, the higher that goes up. And I think this is sort of what's tolerated by the market. So, for example, we put an LED array right here. And we go up to 0.2 display fidelity out of 0.4. That doesn't give us much of any market appeal yet, though, because we don't have batteries. So if we put a single cell battery, for example, up here. Oh, this is actually new as well. I like the design on these new, well, what would you call them? Well, on the modules of the product, pretty much. Like, this design is actually new as well. I really like it. And here you go. See, we've got the first bit of market appeal, which is 1.7. It's not actually too much, is it? So, what we will want to do is we will actually want to kind of, well, kind of boost that by a lot. So this would give us 3.3. And if we put another LED array on here, we're at 5.0. Now, the thing that you got to take into account, right, is every module that we put on here, we actually need to build. So if we only put one single cell battery on here, we will also only need one tinker table, or at least we will only need one single cell battery within this assembly time of 8 seconds. And I think with these tinker tables, one of these battery cells takes me 10 seconds to produce, so I will need at least 2 of them, and that's still going to be like a slight bottleneck. Same thing with the LED arrays, obviously. So I can either get this up to market appeal of 5.0 and just get like max price, be able to sell all my stuff, or I can sort of like manage the product a bit better and try and keep a few things off it. So if I go like this, I'm at 3.3, right? Let's see if it's the same for the battery. I think it should be. Yes. So we could choose to either not put a second LED array or not put a second single cell battery, and that way still stay at 3.3. With our current production capacities, we would probably still be able to sell off all the stuff. And with the maximum price not changing, that would mean that we have to put less money into the product while still getting the same amount of profit. So obviously, I'm kind of reluctant, and I'm not going to put all that stuff in there. So we will do it like this. That way, we're still at a decent market appeal. I think we should still be able to sell off all the products we produce, at least at the time. And, well, we'll save some money for inputs. So it's definitely a lot more appealing to me. So we will just make this our, how should we call this? Good question. If you guys have ideas for future product names, please let me know down below. I see myself already very much being in the need for ideas there. We will just call this a, yeah. We'll just call it a, I don't know, Cusio 1. You know, just kind of like games lacking licenses for specific product names always being very close to the original product name, if that makes sense. So this will be it. What we can also do is we can customize the appearance, and thank you so much to the guy that pointed it out to me in the comments. I do really not remember your name. I'm really sorry for that, but thanks so much for that. I'm sure you will, Butch. So yeah, we can actually customize the appearance of our calculators. So we can do square tick or stretch tick, which I think for a start we may be doing stretch tick. Or should we do this one? What looks kind of more antique, if that makes sense. I mean, I think this would probably have more options, and it's like a bit thinner and stuff. So let's start with this, shall we? We can change the color. I kind of like the original appearance, to be honest, but I do also like that. So maybe for a change from the public playtest, let's start with that, shall we? Good old calculator. And then we'll eventually move on to this. I really like the fact that you can actually change the appearances. I'm definitely going to do that way more often now that I actually know. So, finishing the design. And there we go. That's our first design, the Cusio 1. Should have called that the Mark 1, shouldn't I? Oh, you can also now duplicate things properly, which is awesome. I think that was a thing kind of missing in the public playtest, so that now works as well. And now that we have our design, what we can do already is, instead of selling all these components off, we can just start routing them to the shelf next to this assembly table. So we will need single cell batteries, definitely. We will need our LED arrays. And we will need our plastic casings, so we will just not sell those anymore. So that's that. That's all the production components coming in. We will, however, need more single cell batteries. So what I will have to do here, first things first, is I'll set up another tinker table somewhere. I could probably do it here. If I do it this way around, my worker could still access this shelf over here. It's all a bit tight, but it works. So let's do that. I'm like really, like, you guys see, I'm really paranoid. Like, I really want to save every single small bit of space. That's just exactly what I'm doing here. So we will pull the chemicals from here as well and get the single cell batteries out of that. And then we will hopefully be able to hire another employee or two. Let's get these two. So there we go. Fred, you will be working at the tinker table. And then we will need to select this blueprint for production here. And, well, Lynn, if you come over here, you're going to take care of our calculators. So, what employees don't have quite yet are their own stats based on the salary you pay them. But I think that's still on the plan for the future. So, really looking forward to that. For the time being, though, it doesn't really matter. We're just really looking for the cheapest employees we can get. And, yeah, there we go. So, we are pretty much just waiting for the LED arrays, which hopefully I routed those to the proper place. Does look like it, so our lady just has some catch up to do, or we could kind of just do this ourselves real quick. Let's do it. There you go. Go build me my calculators. Awesome. So, she's just plunking away, screwing things in and everything. And there's our first calculator, just waiting to be moved to the sales pallet. Isn't that awesome? Hey! What do you think you're doing? What is this? I never authorized this ruthless action. Ha! Damn. Okay, I still had that connection going, didn't I? I still have this connection going too. Ha! Okay. That explains a lot of things. So, let me just double check that I'm not selling these as well. Okay, good. Okay, right. That's a bit better. That should work out way better. And let's just take a minute to look at our new companion, Meep. Follow me. Hello, Meep. Look at that. I really like our new appearance with our new hat as well. That little Meep just scooting around. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. So, yeah, you're short on batteries. That should hopefully change soon. Now that we're not, like, accidentally selling them, you know. And if we, well, firstly, you know, components sold on the market, all that stuff's kind of a negative. It's not too great, but we'll hopefully be able to fix that sometime soon. But if we look, where do we look? If we look down here, market overview, you can see market phases and everything. And this is like a very big part of the game. So we're in market phase 1, 38 days for our calculator. So in like 51 days, this market phase will change to market phase 2, and like the market appeal of our product will go down, and we'll actually have to, well, kind of amplify things or give a discount to be able to sell our product still. So yeah, definitely gonna have to have that on the list, and to be able to kind of keep up with that stuff too, we will have to start some research. So that's definitely the next thing on the list. Now we will need a research desk for that purpose and an analysis desk, which I think we can probably just set up camp right in this little corner down here. It's an analysis desk, and that's a research desk, just like that. And then we will need a small shelving rack, which I think for a change we could just plunk that down right here, yeah? That works for me. Cool. We will also, I think this lady should still bring the goods over there for me. But I will definitely need another logistics point over here one way or another. And, well, I guess we will just build that now instead of later. So, I will need some more employees, most definitely. We will, oh god, these are all very expensive. Leonardo, you'll be mine now. Okay. So, could you, dear Mr. Leonardo, please just start working here? Well, I'll need another 3 in total, but it's a start, I guess. So, what we will also require is a tinker table, which we can just place here, I think. Like, this door doesn't work, does it? Oh, it does work. Ha! Okay, maybe we cannot place it right there. Let's place it right here then, shall we? That works for me. Then, the way that research basically works, right? You have your analysis desk where you kind of break down things to get research points, and these research points you spend over here to research all this fancy stuff. And looking to the right, there's definitely a lot more now than there used to be. Awesome. Look at that. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. Okay, so we can pretty much just choose anything. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to choose the batteries, single cell batteries, I think it was. And then I'm just going to throw some logistics connections around. Have an incoming zone. Give me some chemicals. These chemicals go there, and well, out go the batteries. And these batteries then go to the analysis desk. Oh yeah, which I need to actually set up to be single cell batteries. So, redoing that last logistics connection. Perfect. So that's kind of the way that should work. Now, it only works though if we have another bunch of employees. So Kedrick and Murty. Murty's quite the nice name, isn't it? So, Kedrick, come over here, please. You will construct these batteries for me. And Murty, good lady, you will break things down for me at the analysis desk. Awesome. So, like, in theory, we could have another worker actually working at this research desk and, like, constantly spending all our research and our current research projects, which I think we will have that in a while, but for the time being, I'm just gonna try and keep it cheap and just do it myself. Because, like, she will always be a bit slow with analysis than the researcher is with research anyways. I like my new companion, guys. I really do. So, good news. We're making our first weekly profit. That's awesome. Now, let's, kind of see what we want to research first, I think. That's the market overview, not my research. We have the opportunity to go for battery stacks. We could go for plastic cases, which we will need for the next product. But for the next product, or maybe we don't. I'm not sure. I needed it for the next product in the public playtest. I should maybe say it like that. So I'm not really sure what I will need for that. But basically, this is the next product, and you will be able to build it whenever you get 10 of these points. And for every one of these research projects, you get like 6 points, 2 points, all that good stuff. So I think let's start with a basic one and do these battery stacks, alright? Now, as you can see down here, she's already very happily breaking things down for us, and we're at 12 basic research data, which her frequency is actually pretty low. Well, his is pretty high, so maybe we will eventually get another analysis desk built. For the time being, that's fine. And now we can just go here and say, you know, like 12, let's start researching, and just stand here and do this ourselves. Which we will definitely not do that forever, guys, I promise. That would obviously be a bit boring, but this way we can just start researching away, and every point kind of gets us closer to this. We need 60 points, obviously, so there's a bit of a way to go. And then when this is all done, we will have battery stacks available to produce. And, well, benefits that gives us, it saves space compared to the old modules, mostly. Or at least for the performance that it offers, it uses less space than the old modules. And as you can see here already, right, we started with 12 points and I was at 8 there, so I'm definitely going faster than her. So like kind of having one employee only doing this is not 100% efficient unless you have more research going. I also like this. It's actually pretty fun. Okay, but yeah. Generally, this is how you proceed in research, and as you can see down here, the more research you actually spend, the further we get to these milestones, and then milestones just offer new stuff for us to build, which it will be a plant for a start, and additional market demand for markets of level 1, which is quite nice to have as well. But calculators won't be level 1 market for very long. As you can see here, we're already 63 days in, so it will very, very soon be time for us to already design a new product, which I'll not do just now. I'll actually do it when the market phase changes, so we kind of know what we actually deal with, if that makes any sense, what kind of stuff we need. Now, looking at this, we do have a good bit of surplus. So we could build another assembly table, I guess? Which does actually not make sense, does it? These Tinker tables go at 10 seconds each, right? And this product is built with an 8, but I think she just needs a bunch of time to pick up things? So I'm really not sure. Maybe we'll have to kind of see... Oh, okay, wait. I think I need to fix something here. So we're gonna... I mean, maybe we'll do a corner shelf just for like design purposes and stuff, but yeah, see here? She stands around with that calculator. And that calculator is not being moved anywhere, so we can just move it to this corner shelf instead and sell it from there, so she has some more slots to put it in, because this logistics lady is, well, frankly, she's just not fast enough. And you're kind of out of space as well. Ha ha ha. So hopefully that's now going to fix that issue, and, you know, everything's going to become a bit more efficient, and thus we're going to make more money, because right now we're not really making that much. Then again, all this research most certainly costs us dearly as well, and all those new employees surely do too. So guys, I think this is a good point to finish the first episode on Good Company in the early access with you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. As I mentioned before, I'll make sure to upload 3 episodes on this week, so there'll be one today, so Tuesday, the launch day, there will be one on Thursday, and there will be one on I think it was Sunday as well. And the next episode we will kind of shift it to a weekly episode, so there will definitely be a bunch of content coming for you guys. I hope you're looking forward to that. If you are and you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon to stay up to date on any future episodes. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for all the support over the last weeks, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!